I look at Bitcoin as being sort of the opposite of cash. It's like intelligent money. You know, the disadvantage of paying someone with cash is 2 minutes later they can pretend it never happened, right? Unless you get a written receipt, how do you demonstrate that you actually paid already? Oh, I don't have, who are you? I don't recognize you. You say you were here 2 minutes ago. Sorry, you know, that's kind of silly, but with Bitcoin, it's smart money, and so it knows whose wallet it sits in. It knows who owned it before and who owned it before that. The who part is really not quite true. It knows which wallet owned it, prior history, right? There's going to have to be changes from a regulatory standpoint over time so that some of these currencies, some of these tokens will have transparent ownership. That's what the regulators are probably going to cause to occur. Today, though, at least the Bitcoin the units of Bitcoin, the subsets of units, the pieces of units of Bitcoin, they know whose wallet they're in, and they know where they were before, and they know the price of the transaction. So that is one of the reasons it is actually quite difficult to steal crypto, because someone stole it, and everyone knows who it's owned by. That isn't a mystery. It's gone, but they have to get it back. But when the systems are all working smoothly, it'll be remarkably difficult for the person who stole it to spend it, because it knows who the hell owns it. And it's not that dudess that is transacting it, right? So it's intelligent money. And then, well, okay, then what is it? What determines the price of Bitcoin? And that's about supply and demand, like it is with any currency. Yeah, you know, when you get a government like that of Venezuela, where they're printing money and they're experiencing, I don't know, 10, 20% inflation a day. Imagine trying to live with that. When that is happening, that is oversupplying the market, and the price of the currency goes down, right? When you're in a country like the US or the UK and other modern societies where they generally do a pretty good job of managing how much money they print, then generally we don't see ridiculously high inflation. They determine the inflation partially by that. In the case of Bitcoin, what happened last year was this phenomenon of awareness. It's like everyone heard about crypto, and they heard about Bitcoin especially, and a lot of people said, well, I've got to get into this because people are making a fortune. Look how much it's gone up. And they go and open a wallet, and what do they buy to put in the wallet? Bitcoin, of course, which increases the demand dynamically in a huge manner. And there is a supply system for new Bitcoin, which is called mining, where companies that put together high performance software and hardware, like this gentleman here does, are able to create new units of Bitcoin at its full price, its market price, and sell them into the market. And they're doing an awful lot of number crunching to support the whole Bitcoin system. So it's not just that they're making money and satisfying these complex algorithms, which continue to get more challenging in order to limit the rate at which new coins are produced. Because you reach a point where it's like, we need another innovation, please. Come on, somebody, we want a 3.5 nano chip. Can you come along with that for us? You know, don't have it yet? Sorry, then that's going to slow it down. And in the case of Bitcoin, actually, we're not that far away from when there is no more printing to be done, where the mining will be finished. I don't know how long it'll be. When that happens, then the supply ends up being fixed. And if the demand is continuing to rise with time, then of course the price will go further up. But there are limitations and issues with Bitcoin that are being addressed in other currencies that cause us to have doubt as to uncertainty as to what the hell is going on.